Hi boys and girls, welcome to Miss Krumholtz's class. So we're going to be working with linear perspective for this unit, and linear perspective is a method of showing distance. It's important that we understand paper and portrait versus landscape mode. So what we have now, when we hold the paper the long way facing us, it's called portrait. If we hold it landscape, it's the wider way. So we're going to be wanting to work in landscape mode for this unit. So everybody's going to get either, it can just be a piece of 8.5 by 11 white paper, or it can be, this is actually a piece of copy paper, 8.5 by 11, so that's fine too. And the first thing that you're going to need is a ruler, pencil. If you don't have a ruler, you can use the edge of a book, believe it or not, because we're not measuring anything. You can use a mouse pad. I have a mouse pad here. You can use, the edge of anything that's straight. Rulers are obviously best. So the first thing that you want to do is hold your paper horizontally, line your ruler up somewhere around the middle, and this is what we refer to as our horizon line. Okay? It doesn't need to be directly in the center. It can be a little higher, a little lower. It's fine. Somewhere on the horizon line, I'm going to make a dot, and this is what we call the vanishing point. Okay, the vanishing point can be anywhere on your horizon line. I'm just putting it in the middle sort of for convenience purposes. And we're going to be working with, the horizon line is also known as our eye level. We're going to be working with making boxes in linear perspective, 1-point linear perspective, because we have one vanishing point. There is such a thing as 2-point perspective where you have 2 of these, and 3-point perspective, but we're only going to keep it simple at 1-point perspective. And I'm going to ask that you do 3 boxes above the eye level or the horizon line, 3 boxes at your horizon line or eye level, and 3 below. So I'm going to do a sample. When you want to make a box, doesn't really matter the size. It can be more of a rectangle or square. Use your ruler. Okay. The front of the box is what we refer to as the face. Okay. So you will start with the face. After you do the face, and I'm going to write these down so that you kind of have a list for yourself. So number 1, face. Before this, we're going to be doing our horizon line and our vanishing point. After we do the face, we're going to be creating what's called an orthogonal line. Orthogonal lines. So this is where people sort of get confused. We're going to take the points and we're going to connect them to the vanishing point. So I hold my ruler so that it lines up. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I would also be doing my 4th. However, since this is the front of the box, you wouldn't necessarily see that line. Okay, so that one you wouldn't really end up seeing. You will end up seeing 3 different sides. So these orthogonal lines show the depth of the box. You can cut your box at any point. What we want to do is, because now it's an infinite box, it goes on for infinity. So now for step 3, we're going to cut the box. And when we cut the box, we use what's called parallel lines. So I'll show you what that looks like. This is the part that kind of gets people a little tricked up. So this line here is what we refer to as a vertical line. We're going to take this, and all I'm doing is I'm moving my ruler over to the right, same angle, and I'm going to cut the box. This is what we call a horizontal line. So when we use linear perspective in the 1 point, you can only have 3 different kinds of lines. You can either have a vertical line, a horizontal line, or the orthogonal lines, which I will show you do get erased. So now this is a horizontal line. I'm going to move this up just to where this one is, and then I'm going to cut it. There is your first box. Okay, so you'll end up seeing the sides, the top, and the front. These orthogonal lines will get erased. So I recommend kind of drawing lightly when you do this. In addition, because this is below eye level, we see, you know, the top portion here. I'm going to show you what depending on where you put your boxes. Now, I'm just going to make the face. I'm going to do this sort of quickly. Please make sure you use a straight edge because it does get a little messy at points. So now I have my face, my orthogonal lines. I'm going to take this as my vertical line. I'm just going to move it out. And then I'm going to take this line and move it down. Same angle until these two line up. These orthogonal will get erased. Now because this is above eye level, I see the underneath side. If I were to create something at eye level, I would start with a box on the horizon line. You can erase that line there because you wouldn't see it, it's overlapping. And I would connect, take this line, parallel, and there's the side of the box. You would erase that. So because it's at eye level, you're not seeing the top or the bottom, but you will see the side. If I were to make a box on this side, you would see the other side of the box. So what I want you to do is make 3 boxes above, 3 boxes at, and by the way, if you were to make a box, in the middle, you would see nothing because it would just be a square. It's directly in front of you. You don't see above, below, or either side of it. So think about your eye level as being the same thing as the horizon line. So your task is to create 9 boxes, 3 above, 3 at, and 3 below eye level. Thanks, guys. You can email me any questions. Have a great day.